Hey, I'm Jason Andrews. We're here at Spotlight Sound Studio, and I'm with the great Grant Reynolds. Here today we're playing some guitar and trying out some different guitar amps. Right now we're jamming on the AC30 here. It's a stock, bought it in 2010. We're using this Gibson SG here.
Yeah, I've had this. I bought this SG in 2004 in California, just straight off the rack. I'd wanted one for a long time, and I just ended up with this one. I replaced the pickups in it. These are 498s rather than, I think it comes with a 499, so these are 498s.
What's the difference?
They're not as hot. These are not as hot as the others. I actually had some Zebra pickups in here that were super, super hot.
Sure.
And we tried to track with them, and they were so hot that we couldn't even deal with it. So I actually had to have these. Actually, Joel Williams put these pickups back in his guitar. Yeah.
Cool.
So I've messed around with this guitar, but other than that, it's bone stock. It is tuned to open E all the time, so the action is a little bit higher than normal.
Yeah.
But I keep it that way for slide. It's exclusively a slide guitar.
And that's what you're doing here.
That's what we're gonna do on the AC30.
Classic sound here.
Yeah.
What you were jamming a minute ago sounded really incredible.
Classic thing with the Beatles, and like when I see a Vox AC30, I think Brian May. Like I think of the Queen thing.
Yeah.
Because I always thought when I heard Brian May's tone, like, Bohemian Rhapsody or anything that he did, it was so saturated, but it was so cool, and it just had that. Obviously, he has that guitar that he built, he and his dad built. But to me, the AC30, that's what speaks to me. Was the Brian May thing. And when I hear that, it's that big, full, saturated sound.
I think the open back speakers really play a part into how this amp sounds.
I agree.
Too. If you can hook this up to a closed back speaker cabinet, it sounds very different.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you have, and with any amp that we demo or whatever, you always have that option to take the head and put it through a cabinet if you want to change what's going on. But the characteristics of this cabinet, these speakers, and this head in this combo, I think are really cool and versatile.
Yeah.
Especially with EL84s.
It's got 4 of them.
4 EL84s, 12 AX7 preamp tubes, which is pretty common. They can break up a little bit earlier for you. But I like this, and we're kind of using it in an application that maybe you wouldn't think of.
Yeah,
you wouldn't think of maybe the gainy slide thing.
That's not where I would have gone, but hearing it's a classic.
That's why you
sound.
asked me to be here.
Yeah, well, you wanna play something for him?
Yeah. Let's do a little.
What a fantastic sound!
It's so fat. I mean, we always use fat, round, bright,
right?
To describe what we're hearing. But to me, that's just super, super fat.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have to throw a lot of overdubbing on that. You could really scream with that. Even if you were cutting it live or playing live, that's going to cut through a mix.
Definitely. Crazy. That's the thing about this amp is I feel like it always cuts.
Yeah, they do. I think by their very nature, they're just kind of designed that way. I love this. As a matter of fact, I might have to think about an AC30 for something.
Well, you can't have
like
mine.
Man.
But you can play it anytime.
You got to give me something. Come on, man.
Well, cool. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you guys next time.